Hello, everyone. Hello. Get ready to move your children's education to Rota. I'm going to answer a bunch of your questions. If you have additional questions after you've gone through the slideshow with me, please see me out in the lobby. All right. Well, my name is Barbara Peters, and I'm your school liaison officer. I will help you find your way through 7 different objectives, so we're going to go through those first. I'm going to help you communicate with the command and with the schools, so if you have questions about how to get them registered, that type of thing, or if you don't know how to work through and find the school advisory committee, those types of boards that work with your child's education, you can come see me. We'll help you through deployment support, transitioning your kids from one school to another, and help you understand if they've got the right schedule, things like that, with a guidance counselor. We'll make sure that they're ready to graduate on time, and we'll help give them as normal a process to get to college, to decide on a trade if that's what they want to do, but give them opportunities to feel like they've got a mini America when they come to Spain through college days, and trying to explore colleges from afar is difficult, but we give them a really good insight to that through volunteerism. If you have children with special needs, you'll want to make sure you've gone through and with an established IEP, if they've already been identified, you work through me to make sure that the services can be provided. We'll get you connected with the right people for EFMP and for their school education needs. If you're interested in homeschooling, you will be allowed to do that in Rota, and I can help you understand all the procedure for homeschooling. And to help you become part of our community, we ask you to be partners in education with us, come into the school, and give time back to the education of the students in the community. So I'll talk to you about that when you're there. I do not work for DODS, I work for CYP, our child youth programs. So I'm going to go over that first, and then we'll talk about DODS. So we have a CDC, we have a school age care, we have a youth center, which is now a teen center. We do youth sports, and we have camps within the summertime. At our CDC and our SAC facility, you can have your children go to these facilities if it's summertime or winter break. When you arrive, you definitely need to make sure you and your sponsor work to get you a reserved spot in these facilities, because we are limited on as many seats as we can have for your kids. So since your spouse may be going with you to ICR, so you can go through and understand the culture together and get your driver's license, you need to make a reservation for your children to go to CDC or SAC, whichever is applicable. And to do that, you need to do it ahead of time, and your sponsor can help you with that slot, so just want to talk with them about that. ICR is paid for by Fleet and Family, so you don't have to worry about the expense of that while your kids are attending our center. The school age care also during the school year, if we're in the school year, you won't be able to place your children into that facility during the day, but you can get them enrolled within 48 hours of the school, so you can attend ICR and have your child be in school. So you'll have coverage that way. We have before and after care at our school age care facility, so if you're both going to be working, if that happens to be your case, they will transport your kids between the school and the facility so you can stay at work. And in the summertime, we run camp. We're getting ready to start camp right now, so there's lots of things for your kids to get involved in these community centers. So we talked about that. Let's skip right over it. Let me go back just one thing. If you are going to want to do your paperwork ahead of time, you'll need to go to the rotamwr.com website to pull those applications, the registration packets, to get them into our centers. They're underneath the youth tab for the facility that you're going to use. This is the front of the Child Development Center. We do lots of things with the local culture and incorporate that into the center. This is actual kids of our community. You see in this picture, it's not something we picked up off of clip art. One of the things about this facility too that I want you to understand is that we're using Spanish in our classrooms here, and we have Spanish staff members. So your kids will probably get some Spanish throughout their day while they're in our facility. This is the school age care facility. In the center, we run BGCA, or Boys and Girls Club of America programming, and 4-H. And then we want to talk about the elementary school. So this is an aerial shot of what it looks like for the school inside the housing area. The principal is Walter Wilhoy. They have about 360 students right now. At this time, our day starts at 8:55 in the morning and is done by 3:30. There will be a change to the school hours. They will slide that back for this school year to about 8:40 start time. And if you have children that are interested in getting into Sure Start with the school, that's for the 4-year-olds. They have to be 4 years old by September 1 to be eligible for this program. And they do not have waivers for these ages you see here for these programs. So if your child turns that age on September 2nd, they'll wait till the next school year. I just want to make that clear to everybody. Sure Start's built off of the same program as Head Start. It's for E4 and below. And they have 18 slots. So if you're interested and you're coming for this fall and you think you might want to try for a slot, you need to come see me. I'll get you a document to fill out. I can either take it back for you or we can email it to the school registrar's office. If you come out and see me at the table, I'll have the registration packets for the schools, and it does tell you all the information you need to hand carry with you when you come to Rota. Do not pack this stuff in your pack out. It won't get there in time for you to register, and you have to have the shot record, the previous school records. If they're not official, we'll get the officials ordered, but please bring what you have. You need to bring the packet, your command sponsorship letter. You'll get that once you're over in Rota. It's a piece of information they'll provide. And then the copy of the orders. And if you have a child that has special needs already, we need to make sure that the IEP or the 504 paperwork for your child's special need gets processed with your information. All right. We have preschool for children with disabilities for younger kids if they've been established, so that's one of the programs that DODS provides. Sure Start, we talked about that. After school programming, the elementary school teachers give extra time to different activities after school on the campus, so these are additional availabilities beyond what our community classes also provide. We have a PTSA. They want you to be part of their program, so if you would go to their Facebook page, you can get connected with them right away. This is the high school shot at the end of the football field. I don't have the, let me see if I can get the pointer to point. So right there's the high school, middle school. The registration office is here. This is their gym, and I want to point out that this building down here on the campus is the CYP Teen Center, so they can walk right over after school. All right? Their principal right now is Dan Surface. By the time you guys arrive, we'll have a new principal. He is leaving, and they're having a new one placed probably as we speak, so I haven't met them yet. But there's 220 kids right now from 7th to 12th grade, and we offer full programming. If your kids are going to come and they're going to graduate while they're with us at this school, we want to make sure that we talk with the guidance counselor, so come see me. We want to get the guidance counselor involved so that they can verify your child has all the credits necessary to graduate on time. Okay? You can make appointments with the guidance counselor ahead of time through the registrar's office or through me. One of the things I need to point out though, if y'all are planning to be here for the next school year, the registrar will not be in until after July 30th, so all appointments will happen after that. We have full offerings of extracurricular activities, and the only thing that's not listed on here that is an extracurricular activity in Spain is the swim team. It's not affiliated or associated with the school. They can letter in it, but it is a private club. It's separate from this, and I can connect you with that information. They do compete in Europe against other locations. If you have teens, or if you have children from 3rd grade through 12th grade, we want to offer you a social connection through our youth sponsorship program to welcome those kids before they arrive. So you'll need to let me know that you have students that are coming. And then academically, at the middle high school level, they have student to student. If you're not familiar with this program, it's a peer-to-peer connection that they walk the student to their classes the first day, take them to lunch, and give them a tour of the campus so they feel acclimated. We have a teen center, as I mentioned, with CYP on campus, and it's called Gravity Teen Center. It's for our 7th to 12th graders, BGCA and 4-H again. Lots of opportunities to be part of this program, to get involved and earn scholarship monies through BGCA and 4-H. So it's really good. If you have questions, I'll help you with that. That's what the teen center looks like. It also has a skate park outside right now. We will probably be changing it back over to some basketball courts and other outdoor facilities. Our kids don't stay indoors in Rota. It's so sunny that they exercise constantly. They're very healthy. And it's really safe because we're within that fence line that you saw on the other slides from the other presenters. So they get out and they do things physically. But we do have internal recreation also. All right, transportation questions have been coming up out at the table, so I want to make sure you guys understand. The school does provide transportation when you are picking a house in the outer line cities of the base. You need to check with the school transportation office before you sign a lease. So they can tell you if the bus is close to where you're signing a lease, or if you're going to have to drive your child to a local bus stop, or if you are outside the boundaries, you may be obligating yourself to driving your child to the base. But that doesn't happen very often. We just want to give you all that information so that you make the right choices before you sign a lease and then you didn't realize. Any questions about this, you can come out and talk to me, and then Bob Christ from Housing has the actual perimeter map so you can see where the distance lines are. And if you're thinking about Spanish school system, Clemente, who spoke earlier from Clayton Family, he is the liaison to the local city halls on the process of registering your kids. Everything has a time frame for Spanish school. They do particular paperwork at particular times of the year. So depending on when you're arriving, you need to communicate with him ahead of time. March is a really important time in the spring to start that registration process. If you don't do that until after May, then you won't be able to submit your paperwork till September, about 2 weeks before school starts. Sometimes that gets a little stressful if you wait that long and you haven't been told. So I always recommend that if you're going to be in that time frame, register your kids with DODS, have them go to DODS until you've been declared your school at a Spanish school, and then if you still choose to go to the school that they tell you you're allowed to use, then you can withdraw from DODS and it's not a problem. They can be moved to a different school. Okay, that way they don't miss any instruction time. All right, if you have questions, see me out at the tabletop and I will help you. I have registration packets. We run a free and reduced lunch program in Spain under Alaskan guidelines. So if you were interested in that, I can help you with that paperwork. And I do have Sure Start applications.
Barbie, we're a little ahead of schedule, so if anyone has any questions.
Yeah, I don't mind answering questions because we are ahead of schedule. And if you feel if it's not the right place for you to ask the question, then you certainly can come to the table. Any questions? All right, well, I know it's individual with kids. Education is everybody's got a different game going on, so I want to make sure we get you the right answers for your individual scenario. So come see me and talk to me. If you don't know yet, if something comes up and you have a question later that you didn't have today, please come by and pick up my card. My business card tells you how to get a hold of me by email, by DSN, telephone line, whichever you need. You can contact me that way. Okay, I've been in Rota, I'll tell you a little bit. I've been in Rota 7 years. We love Rota. I didn't know I wanted to love Rota because I thought I was going to go to Japan, and my husband called me and said, I'm going down to tell the detailer I'm taking Spain. And I was like, I don't know what Spain has to offer. So we got there and we acclimated quickly. We made friends. My husband and I have renewed our wedding vows in the chapel on space. My children were young when we got there, so they don't know a whole lot other than Spain. My child was baptized in the baptismal at the chapel. We've gone to Spanish friends' homes for Christmas, been invited into their homes and really acclimated. My daughter is 9 now, and she's taking regular adult level Spanish classes with our community classes and violin. So if you have questions, and my son is really into band at school. He plays electric guitar and saxophone, so he's creating his own band with his friends. I mean, it's your world to live it and make it what you want it to be in Rota. So I think you'll like it. All right? Thank y'all so much.